ever wondered what it really takes to attract wealth and abundance? It's a mystery to most people. Like all the greatest mysteries in life, though, the answer is usually deceptively simple. As Albert Einstein once said, if I can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. And if you're reading this right now, my guess is no one so far has ever explained the one thing you need to do to get wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. I'd even guess you've been lied to by multiple so-called manifestation gurus, lied to about what it really takes to magnetically attract wealth and abundance. In the next few minutes, I'm about to reveal to you the one simple thing you need to do to attract your every desire effortlessly. I won't be talking about the law of attraction, networking with the right people, affirmations, visualizations, working harder, or running a business. None of these work for most people. That's the sad truth of it. Otherwise, a lot more people would be wealthy. I bought every manifestation course and program out there, and never once did I hear anybody talk about this one thing to put wealth attraction on autopilot like this. I never saw it on Google or YouTube, or on TV or radio. You won't find it on any of these platforms because you'd be looking in the wrong place. The real place to look is inside you. That's right, the potential to live a life where money and wealth flow to you effortlessly is inside you right now. It's a secret scientific discovery revealed to me when I was at my lowest point in life, when I had a chance to encounter a rogue scientist who rediscovered an ancient wealth attraction part of our brain, a secret which ancient Egyptians used to manifest powers beyond this world, but was forgotten or discarded over the centuries, except by geniuses like Tesla, Einstein, and Edison, who all alluded to this lost manifestation secret in their writings and experiments. This former Pentagon scientist was sick of this secret being solely in the hands of rich elites who just want to satisfy their own greedy desires. The secret lies in a little-known part of your brain, about the size of a grain of rice. I know it sounds too simple to be true, but I'll prove it to you in just a minute, that this part of our brain, when clear and functioning correctly, allows you to experience the deepest, most powerful manifestation brain frequency, or the deepest manifestation mind state that neuroscientists know of today. But when this small brain part is blocked, like it is for most people, it creates a life of struggle and hardship, where there never seems to be enough money, where life is a never-ending sequence of unexpected bills, charges, payments, and financial insecurity. All you need to activate this tiny wealth attraction center in your brain is a simple 7-minute morning ritual to automatically attract every little thing you ever wanted. Margaret from Ohio did it and attracted an unexpected promotion that doubled her income overnight. Joseph from London in the UK won more in one night at the casino than anyone in the previous 3 months. And they both thought they were somehow cursed with bad luck before they found this page. And it's easier than you could ever imagine. If you feel you never have enough money, that's all about to change today. Feel trapped on a constant hamster wheel of working just to get by? That will change too. According to leading Russian and Canadian scientists, this is the missing link when it comes to manifesting your dream life using proven scientific neuroscience research. I'm talking about automatically and effortlessly being able to attract lucrative opportunities, or attract money along with more energy, better dates, and even vibrant health, without having to journal, or do special Buddhist-type meditations, or remember anything. I can promise you have never heard of anything like this before. But as some elite shadowy groups would rather keep this a secret, they have already started sending some threatening messages to my phone that made my blood run cold when they got wind of this website, and some harsh legal letters threatening to have this site taken down. So whatever you do, stay here while this page is still live. I know it may sound a little crazy, but 13,157 people in over 34 countries have already used this secret to become wealthy beyond their wildest dreams. Keep reading and there's a good chance you're about to join them. And since I'm about to reveal a personal life-changing scientific discovery and a rather humiliating story, I guess it's only right that I should introduce myself. My name is John Rivers, and I'm not a scientist or a famous manifestation guru, or anything of the kind. I never thought I'd be in a position like this, revealing this manifestation secret here today. Or what happens next.
You're such a loser, John. How could you have lost yet another job? How are we supposed to make our car payment next month now? My dad was right about you. I should have never married you.
Then came the blow that would shatter me into a million pieces.
I wish your friend Jeff had talked to me first 7 years ago in that bar before you on the first night we met. Maybe I would have ended up with him. He's got a great career and a great salary. He's really going somewhere, and he knows how to take care of his wife and child. He's a provider. I don't know what you are, but not someone I should have a child with, or chosen as a husband.
My wife, Catherine, shouted those words at me just 2 years ago. They felt like a massive kick in the you-know-what. Every ounce of manhood and self-respect drained from my body. I had lost yet another sales job. I had been there about 6 months, selling life insurance over the phone. It was a grind, getting told to F off multiple times a day by strangers I'd call up. But somehow I managed to hang in there. The odd sell helped me keep my job. But on the previous Friday, my lackluster performance the previous quarter had caught up with me. Steve, my line manager, brought me into his office and told me he was going to let me go. It took me till Sunday to work up the courage to tell my wife, Catherine. I didn't even have the heart yet to tell Jamie, my 10-year-old son, who still looked up to me as the hero in his life. I promised to take him to his favorite water park the following month. I felt sick to my stomach as I realized I just didn't have the money for us to go. I didn't grow up dreaming of doing sales in a call center. I always thought I'd own my own successful company or something. But that's not how it worked out. I read The Secret years ago. That got me into the whole manifestation and law of attraction thing. But nothing I tried to manifest, well, manifested. No matter how many scratch cards or lottery tickets I bought, I never won anything. I tried working harder, but that didn't work. I lost money to crypto scams, get-rich-quick online programs. I tried to change my thinking with hypnotherapy, but that didn't work either. I was running out of ideas fast on how to turn my luck around. I think I'd forgotten the meaning of the word luck. Catherine handed me a piece of paper after she finished yelling at me.
Here's some groceries we need for next week. Maybe you pick them up for me and at least get that right.
She barked sarcastically. The door was slammed in my face as I left the house. I felt a wave of dejection wash over me as I walked the streets on the short journey to the store. There was a deathly silence in the air that day. The silence was broken only by the sound of my footsteps. I bought what we needed in the store, forced a polite smile to the checkout girl, and made my way to the exit.
Is that you, John?
That voice sounded familiar. It couldn't be, but it was. Standing amidst the colorful displays of produce and packaged goods was Michael, my old high school friend. Michael was the high school nerd back then, the nerd other people made fun of. The guy who never got the girls, got bullied by the jocks. There was always something about Michael I liked though. He had a good heart. He was honest. So I stood up for him as best I could, told the kids to leave him alone, and we struck up a kind of unlikely friendship, but had lost touch over the years. He went to some Ivy League college last I heard. The years had certainly transformed Michael. Gone was the shy, introverted boy who tried to blend into the background and lose himself in his science books and experiments. In his place stood a confident, self-assured man, his eyes sparkling with an intensity I had never seen before. We soon fell into an easy conversation, reminiscing about our school days. As we talked, I couldn't help but notice a palpable aura of success surrounding Michael. He had pursued a career in science and worked for large government agencies like the Pentagon and a number of big private sector research companies over the years. I think his success only made my inner feelings of failure stronger. So strong, in fact, I could not help blurting them out to Michael. We had always confided in each other, and I knew I could trust him. It all came spilling out as I struggled to hold back some tears. The multiple job losses, the lack of money, the fact I had let down Catherine and our son. While I was telling the story, Michael just smiled.
That's a lot of bad luck,
he said.
And sounds like you're the one being bullied right now.
He was right. My wife, my boss, even life itself was using me as a doormat.
I want to help,
he said.
I always hoped for a chance to help pay you back for the help you gave me. And now I know exactly how I will do it. You know I'm a scientist. I mean, I've always loved science. But I believe in luck as well. Or serendipity. And I believe it's serendipity that we met today. I believe your luck is about to change.
Michael reached into his pocket, and I thought for a second he was going to offer me some cash. But just then, he pulled out a business card and gave it to me.
I'm the head researcher at this lab now. I want you to come here tomorrow at 8 a.m. and ask for me.
I asked Michael what he had in mind, and he just said,
That would spoil the surprise.
I had nothing to lose, and Michael was the first person I met in a long time offering any help. So I said, sure, see you then. The next day, I arrived early at the large research facility on the edge of town. I pressed the buzzer and was greeted by Michael in his white coat.
I brought you here on Saturday because there is no one else around, he whispered. We've been commissioned over the last 12 months to look into what we call the flow state of mind, and, more specifically, the brain frequencies involved in the flow state.
Michael explained how he could only share this with me in private because the research had been funded by a subsidiary of the Pentagon.
You might be familiar with the flow state of the brain, Michael said. It's been talked about by CNN, CBS, Time Magazine, TED Talks, and multiple other places. The flow state is an elusive state of consciousness. It's characterized by intense focus, heightened creativity, and an effortless sense of execution. It's long been associated with peak performance. Yet its underlying mechanisms remain shrouded in mystery. You can understand how the Pentagon might be interested in the flow state, Michael said. After all, the elites, politicians, and super wealthy that influence what happens in the Pentagon are always looking for a mental or physical edge over the common man to further enrich themselves. So we studied flow state for the last 12 months. The state that some call in the zone, or the locked-in state. That state where people perform at the highest level. In short, the research was a success. We made some interesting discoveries. Our sponsors were pleased with our progress. So our research continued, and in the third month, something very strange happened. Something astounding. As we used our technology more, we found the subjects in our trial were going into a deeper flow state in their minds. Using our technology, test subjects could access at will deeper, more profound states of relaxation and laser focus that none of us have ever experienced before. We began to call this new state the deep flow state. Inside this new state, their brain worked better than ever before. They were sharper, quicker, more creative. And in this new deep state of blissful focus, as some were calling it, they experienced all sorts of new positive changes in their lives. And the most notable was more luck or good fortune. Small, medium lotto wins, pay rises, unexplained money showing up from nowhere. This was not entirely surprising, but the luck and good fortune people were experiencing was off the charts. There had been some Harvard research connecting the flow state to increased levels of luck before.
Michael explained, overall Harvard research had previously found that a flow state can create a mindset that is more conducive to experiencing luck. The study discovered that when people are fully engaged in the present moment, using their cognitive abilities to the fullest, and open to new experiences, they are more likely to notice and seize opportunities that might otherwise pass them by. According to Michael, though, this deep flow state was on a different level from previous findings. The research group was attracting opportunities and money on a level we had never seen before. Some of the researchers on his team started using the technology on themselves and started to attract sizable lotto and scratch card wins, job offers with big salaries, even strange inheritances from distant relatives. Money was flowing into their lives in lots of weird and wonderful ways. Michael continued explaining how our brains have different wavelengths, or frequencies it operates on. During the deep flow state they were exploring, one major brainwave or frequency became dominant, the alpha frequency.
Alpha waves, 8 to 12 megahertz, are the most commonly associated with this deep flow state in our research. These waves create a super relaxed, focused state of mind. When we told our research funding company about this deep flow state, the alpha wave frequency, and the kinds of results people were seeing, things changed fast. We were given a bunch of extra confidentiality documents to sign, and two of the researchers who won what you might call serious money were suddenly transferred to another project. But when their friends on my team tried to contact them, they could not be found. A little later on, we were instructed to shut everything down overnight, hand over all of our findings, and told to discontinue the research into this deep flow state and the alpha brain frequency. I agreed on paper, Michael said. But because I'm a neuroscientist, I wanted to share my findings with the world. I did not just want this technology and my findings to stay in the hands of the elites who were backing this research to make politicians and elite business owners who control the government more successful. I wanted to share this knowledge with other people.
I was kind of skeptical at first. I mean, could attracting money really be this easy? Nothing I tried had ever worked. But then I started fantasizing about what my life could be like if I had this technology working for me and could get into a deep flow state. How I could treat my son whenever he liked and bring him to his favorite water park all the time. How bills and those red-topped warning letters demanding money would be a thing of the past. How my money worries would evaporate like water on a hot skillet, and I could feel a new sense of peace and confidence when it came to money. Michael looked at me and smiled.
I'm going to show you exactly what we found and how this works, he said. We found that the pineal gland, which is in the middle of your brain and about the size of a grain of rice, is essential for entering into a deep flow state, where people can manifest what they want with ease. Often referred to as the third eye, and commonly known as the sixth chakra, due to its shape and association with mystical and spiritual experiences. It regulates sleep-wake cycles and has been linked to various cognitive functions, including memory, learning, and consciousness. Our research found a profound connection between the pineal gland and the deep flow state. We found our technology was actually clearing the pineal gland of our subjects. This clearing of the pineal gland automatically allowed subjects to enter a deep flow state, where the brain could exhibit alpha waves associated with the ability to manifest at will. This shift towards the higher frequency of alpha contributes super calm, focused, and effortless manifesting state of mind that characterizes the deep flow state. The cognitive clarity and heightened awareness experienced during deep flow states are comparable with mystical states Buddhist monks would enter, where they used the power of their mind to alter their realities literally. Most people never experience an alpha wave state when awake, though. They just experience very brief periods of alpha waves before they drift off to sleep. Most people are in the gamma wave state, where they are busy solving problems in their head and feeling stressed, where their clinical mind is active and bothering them. When you think of the gamma wave frequency, think of people stuck in the daily grind. The G in gamma is for the grind. It's really hard to manifest anything when you're in a gamma wave state, as the mind is too busy and stressed, and the vibration is too low. It's why most people never manifest their dream life. This brainwave is where most people spend their lives, and it's the reason most people cannot manifest what they want in life. The deep flow state, on the other hand, produces the alpha waves of peace, pleasure, confidence, and the ability to focus and become one with joy and any task we focus on. The geniuses of our time have always been aware of these deep flow states where we exhibit alpha wave frequency. When you think of the alpha wave brain frequency, think of alpha as in strong, confident, clear about what you want to manifest. The genius Nikola Tesla was said to scrunch his toes 100 times to help him access the alpha wave patterns of a deep flow state. Einstein used to walk a certain amount of times around a park to access his deep flow state. And Thomas Edison used the sound from his specially designed gramophone to enter his flow state. But these exercises only put them in the alpha state for a very brief period of time, a few seconds at most. The more you enter into a deep flow state and the alpha wave it contains, the more you can manifest. And here's what the researchers wanted to cover up. We found many ways in which the powers that be, or elites, were blocking up people's pineal glands to stop them from entering a deep flow state of effortless manifestation. Water supply was one of them. Studies have shown that fluoride in normal drinking water can bind to calcium in the pineal gland, which can lead to calcification. This calcification blocks the gland's ability to produce the sustained alpha waves of a deep flow state. 5G technology was another way the pineal gland could potentially be blocked, Michael told me. In a 2017 study by the National Toxicology Program, NTP, the study found that the long-term exposure to high levels of 5G radiation could damage the pineal gland and affect its functioning.
Michael and his team had also uncovered various subliminal techniques used to suppress our pineal glands, like messages in mainstream music and images in mainstream film, all culminating in one result: the blockage of our pineal glands and the inability to enter into the deep flow states of alpha waves where we can manifest at will. And it makes sense if you think about it. For thousands of years, The next thought the rich have right after they get their money is how to hold on to it. And a big part of that plan is stopping others from getting rich. The last thing the rich and elites want is competition in the form of more and more rich people. Which also means for the vast majority of people with a blocked pineal gland, or sixth chakra, the money, freedom, vacations, and cars are always out of reach. So no matter what you try to attract, the chances are you won't. This is what the elites are hiding from you. Michael explained how the technology his team used was to clear the pineal gland of the test subjects so they could enter into deep flow states. He used the oldest and most powerful technology on Earth when it comes to regulating our mood, emotions, and brainwaves. The technology is sound. Think about it. A simple sound can change how you feel in a second. A sound can make you feel fear, like when you hear an alarm or siren. Or a simple sound can lull you to sleep in a second. Sound can be used to heal, like in a healing sound bath, or to torture someone with white noise, or worse. According to the Journal of Nature Communications in 2023, sounds can even be used to alter gene expression. 3,000 years ago, the ancients believed, and many still do today, that clearing the third eye or pineal gland leads to enlightenment and powerful insights. The third eye or sixth chakra is the channel through which we connect with deeper conscious states, like the deep flow state, where we can become one with the universe and channel from it our deepest desires. The Egyptians were known for their use of sacred sound, or ma'at, to connect with the divine and achieve spiritual enlightenment by clearing the third eye. Tibetan Buddhists employed a variety of sound-based practices, including the use of singing bowls, mantras, and overtone singing. These practices are believed to clear and activate the pineal gland. Nikola Tesla, a renowned inventor and futurist, was obsessed with the frequency and vibration of sound too. He was fascinated by the power of sound and its potential applications in various fields such as energy transmission, communication with other dimensions, and even to heal the human body. Einstein was also intrigued by the pineal gland, which he considered to be the gateway to higher states of consciousness. He believed that the pineal gland could be stimulated by certain sounds, which could lead to increased creativity, intuition, and spiritual awareness.
The focus of our research was to come up with a sound that worked on opening up the pineal gland, or sixth chakra, so our subjects could feel the manifesting power of the alpha waves in the deep flow state. After over 12 months of research, we finally isolated the perfect sound frequency. The clue for the right sound frequency to use came from the ma'at sound that was used in ancient Egypt to open up the third eye. More than any other ancient culture, the Egyptians were obsessed with the third eye or sixth chakra. Their famous god Horus had a third eye on his forehead. Our frequency was so accurate to activate the alpha waves of the deep flow state that it has 7 decimal points. And once you begin listening to it, you will enter the same deep flow state that our researchers and scientists were in to feel great and attract wealth and abundance effortlessly. Listen for just 7 minutes a day, and you will start to see an unbelievable transformation in your life, Michael said. Money worries disappearing, money showing up from the most unexpected places, feeling great mentally and physically.
I was blown away by what Michael was telling me, but it all made perfect sense. I realized then, for the first time ever, why money and wealth had always eluded me. I had never tried to manifest in a deep flow state before, where I could experience powerful alpha waves. I went home that day, put my earphones in, and started listening. The sound was incredible. I never heard such a beautiful, clear, peaceful tone. It seemed to move throughout my body. I was definitely in that state of bliss Michael had talked about. A deep peace flooded my body, and I just had this feeling that was foreign to me that everything was going to be all right. That was my inner feeling anyway, even though my logical mind knew this was not the case. And sure enough, when I got up the next morning, nothing had changed. The first call of the day was from a credit card company I had been dodging for a number of months. The rep on the phone was threatening legal action if I did not make some kind of payment in the next 7 days, and I had no idea where I was going to get the money. My heart was pounding as I put down the phone. I had not told Catherine about that bill, and I barely slept that night, racking my brain, thinking what I might tell her. The next day, something had definitely shifted though. I had just opened my eyes and received a call immediately. I thought it was the credit card people again, but it wasn't. It was Steve. an old friend from the life insurance sales business. His voice was excited. That was unusual for Steve.
Look in your Robinhood account online,
he blurted out as soon as I answered. I fired up the laptop and lo and behold, one of the small value crypto coins we had put $50 into had blown up in the last 2 days. We were advised to buy this coin on one of the crypto courses we were on where all the coins recommended collapsed in price. But not this one. This one coin had skyrocketed, and there was over $6,576 sitting in my bank account. That was more than enough to take my son Sammy to the water park in 3 days' time for his birthday. His little face lit up like a Christmas tree when I told him we were going. He said it was the best birthday ever. My wife Catherine and I had a talk around this time too. She said she felt awful about the way she had spoken to me. All the money stress was getting on top of her. She said deep down she really loved me and was going to start appreciating me more from now on. Life has changed a lot since then, in a good way. A friend of mine in my old job had a business idea. He was selling a protective device from 5G, a brand new cutting-edge invention. It was a product I could really believe in, so we started a small online business selling it. And before long, we were doing 6 figures a month in sales. I randomly picked up more crypto coins that shot up in value almost as soon as I bought them. I bought a brand new 8,000 square foot home and now spend my days with my family relaxing and doing fun things together like hiking and swimming and going out to eat in the best restaurants. I was fully aware though that this sound putting me in a deep flow state with powerful alpha brain frequencies might not work for everyone. So I had to try this mystical sound on other people. Catherine tried it out and started feeling happier and more content than she had in years. She also dropped 3 dress sizes without even dieting. My brother Joe was our first test subject outside the family. He had worked all his life and was near retirement with practically nothing to show for it. He never started a pension. We got him listening to the sound, and he had a jackpot win on a scratch card within weeks. This was the first time he won anything in his life. Our neighbor Stacy tried it out too. She had always suffered from fatigue and weight problems and lived alone. Within 3 months of listening, she had shed over 20 pounds. Her energy levels skyrocketed, and she had a new love interest in her life, a doctor who loves and adores her. We are going to their wedding next fall. From there, and with Michael's permission, we set up a small closed Facebook group and made the sound available to everyone inside the test group. Day after day, messages and posts flooded in about the results people were getting in their lives. New cars, new homes, new opportunities, unexpected pay rises, promotions. Even health worries were vanishing, and new love is appearing in people's lives. It was quite something, and we felt compelled to tell more people about this. That's why we came up with the Deep Flow Code, a specially designed sound wave technology by top neuroscientists that creates the powerful alpha wave brain frequency of the deep flow state to help you manifest wealth on autopilot. No other sound technology out there is as attuned to helping you enter a deep flow state to produce the manifesting alpha brain wave frequencies. We specially designed it to be super easy to use. Just find a quiet place where nothing important is demanding your attention. Pop some earphones in and listen to the 7-minute audio track on your phone or computer and sit back and watch as new money comes flooding into your life. While other people you know are tearing their hair out in rush hour gridlocked traffic or scrambling around looking for anything to help them get wealthy, money will flow to you effortlessly in your deep flow state. Others will try to attract what they want through affirmations and different manifestation techniques. But I know from my experience, and having shared this sound with thousands of others, that none of these manifestation techniques work to any real capacity unless you enter into a deep flow state. I know what it's like to struggle, to have any little bit of money swept away by some unexpected medical bill or car payment. As I'm writing this from my Dorchester 5-star hotel in London, normally reserved for millionaires, I feel a deep obligation to share this with you, so you can experience the best life has to offer and stop struggling and grinding, working 2 jobs, and never getting ahead. Deep Flow Code will change all of that for you today. Thousands of people have used this program to attract money whenever they want it. Experience sharp energy and focus, repair broken relationships, attract new love and intimacy, and live a life packed with more opportunities and adventure. Using Deep Flow Code is not just good for your bank balance. The deep flow state of relaxation and peace can help fight many degenerative diseases like heart problems or dementia. Every day I'm receiving messages from people who got a raise in their job, won money, or found love and happiness with the partner of their dreams after years of being alone. Deep Flow Code has helped many other people too. Before I discovered Deep Flow Code, I was constantly struggling with money. I had bills piling up and no way to pay them. I felt like I was trapped in a never-ending cycle of debt. But after listening to the recordings, everything changed. I started to see money come into my life in ways I never thought possible. I paid off all my debts and even started saving for the future. I'm so grateful. It has transformed my life in so many ways. Jane Downs, New Hampshire. The first time I heard about Deep Flow Code, I was skeptical. I had tried so many different manifestation products in the past, and none of them had worked. But I was willing to try it because I was desperate for a change, and there was a solid money-back guarantee. I started listening to the Deep Flow sounds, and was amazed by the results. Within a few weeks, I saw money come into my life. I received unexpected bonuses from work, found money on the street, and even won a few small cash prizes. My financial situation continued to improve. I paid off all my debts, and even started saving for a down payment on a house. I'm still in disbelief about how much my life has changed. Mike Harper, Portland, Maine. Since discovering the Deep Flow Code, I've gone from struggling with debt and lack of money to finally getting more clients for my coaching business than I ever thought possible. I just seem to magnetically attract the right kind of wealthy clients now, and never have trouble making rent or paying my bills. I've lost 13 pounds, and I've bought my dream car too. Using the Deep Flow Code could not be easier. It just takes 7 minutes. Rachel, Florida. It's so easy. Just listen for 7 minutes, then go about your day. The sound is compatible with Windows, Mac, or any device. There are no books to read, anything to memorize, or anything to learn. Deep Flow Code and the magnetic alpha waves will do all the manifestation work on your behalf to attract wealth and good fortune into your life. People in over 34 countries have attracted palatial homes, gleaming new cars, winnings at the track, or small to medium lottery wins. People have met the right people at the right time with amazing opportunities for them, just like what happened to me. And all they did was listen to this recording for 7 minutes a day. And this part is important. If you're still listening right now, you still have a chance to access Deep Flow Code for yourself. Like I said earlier, there have been various threatening messages by email and phone coming through from the elites who funded the research and want it silenced or shut down, which means this opportunity could be gone at any stage. So if you even think Deep Flow Code is something you just want to try, you can do so right now, risk-free. I don't need your money here today. All I need here today is enough to cover the cost of keeping this site up and running. My goal behind sharing Deep Flow Code is to fulfill the wishes of my dear friend Michael to spread the word about his findings and help more people become wealthy. I've also spent years trying to get ahead, and I know what it's like to be buried under a mountain of money worries. If I can save someone from that and help them live their best life with a simple sound, I feel that's my life's mission right now. Ask yourself, what price would you put on getting rid of money worries forever? To never have to think about the price of anything, to be able to attract money at will, to effortlessly look after your family, send your kids to the best schools, take that vacation to the sun-drenched white sandy beach of your choice. What would a life like that be worth? Most would say priceless, but I'm not going to ask you to fork over a bunch of money for the Deep Flow Code today. People I know have said I should be charging a minimum of $5,000, but I'm not going to ask for anything of the sort, or half of that, or half of that again, or even half of that again. You can get instant access to the Deep Flow Code for just $37 today. That's all I need to keep this website up and running and to keep this video online. And let's face it, it's less than the cost of 5 Starbucks coffees for a lifetime of financial freedom and security. And don't worry, your $37 has an ironclad guarantee behind it. Here's how it works. Hit the instant access button below now. Enter your payment details and get instant access to Deep Flow Code. And if, for any reason in the next 90 days, you feel this is not for you, simply send a quick email to the address provided, and you will be refunded immediately. No quibbling and no questions asked. Just hit the instant access button below now. Once you do, you will be taken to the secure order page, where you will be asked to enter your details. The order form is encrypted with the same 244 levels of encryption Amazon uses on its websites. As Deep Flow Code is a fully digital program, there will be no waiting around for a package to be posted to you. It will be sent directly to your email inbox immediately. And that's not all you get if you place your order today. Because you've come this far, I'm going to include 3 Fast Action Taker bonuses worth $234. The first bonus is called the Midas Playbook. I've been around lots of multimillionaires in the last 4 years. I've studied their mindset, their beliefs, and how they act. The Midas Playbook is a detailed account of everything I discovered from studying them. Follow the millionaire habits revealed in the playbook, and you too can maximize your chances of becoming a multi-millionaire. The second bonus is called Investment Made Easy. As you will be attracting a lot more wealth with Deep Flow Code, you will need to know some simple, proven principles on how to invest it. This book contains time-tested investing principles from legendary investors like Ray Dalio and Warren Buffett. It's designed to help you make some simple investment decisions so your income can keep on growing. The third bonus is called Deep Flow Life Path Code. Now that you've entered the deep flow state, the next step is to channel your thoughts to focus on specific goals you want to manifest into your life. Whether that means buying a beautiful lake house, the dream car you've always wanted, or having positive and happy relationships with your loved ones. This powerful 10-minute guided visualization soundtrack helps you to visualize them into reality. These bonuses have a combined value of $234. But you are getting them for free today when you take action and get the Deep Flow Code. Remember, you are backed by our 90-day money-back guarantee. You can get your money back anytime if you feel the Deep Flow Code is not everything I say it is, and a lot more. Plus, you get to keep all the bonuses as my way of saying thank you for giving this a shot. I want you to have full confidence when you order today. So hit the Order Now button below and claim your copy of Deep Flow Code along with all the bonuses today. And once it's delivered to your email inbox, I want you to listen to the 7-minute track every day for the next 21 days. If you do this, there is no doubt in my mind that you'll watch as money miracles unfold in your life as if by magic. Look, you are at a very important crossroads in your life right now. You can, of course, do nothing, continue struggling, and hoping something different will happen for you. But ask yourself, where has that gotten you so far? And if you do not take action here today, where will you be in 6 weeks or 6 months from now? Probably in the same place you are right now, struggling with money and lack of choices in your life. And if you think, well, maybe money is not that important, what if that lack of money ends up with you not being able to get the best healthcare for a problem you or a loved one faces? What would happen then? The other road is a no-brainer. Take a risk-free decision here today to just try out the Deep Flow Code and watch as your life transforms in the next 21 days. I'm not sure what your new, wealthier life will look like exactly, but you will recognize it when the money you need starts flowing into your life from the most unexpected places. As people in your life look at you with wonder and awe at how your life just turned around so quickly and easily, you will know it was not magic. Imagine the luck you could experience at the casino, or at the racetrack, or love blossoming in your life like never before. Or the jealous look on your friends' faces when they see that new gleaming car in your driveway. You will know it was because of the Deep Flow Code. While other people slave away at jobs they hate, or for bosses they hate, or inch along in gridlocked traffic, you will be free to spend your day doing exactly what you want. Like lowering your golf score, or taking that trip to the sunny Greek island you had always wanted to go to one day, but never had the time or funds to make it happen. Claim Deep Flow Code together with the bonuses right now, and unlock your new life of potential and freedom today.